Welcome everybody to What's the Word, where I, your host Thomas Castro, sits down and interviews highly successful young people about their careers and everything in between. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Here with a very special guest, one of my good friends, UCONN forward Tyler Polley. Ty, thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. You family, man. So I'm happy to be on here.
Yeah, how you doing, man? How's the family?
Uh, I'm doing good, man. Everybody's doing good. Staying in quarantine, try to stay safe. But for the most part, everybody's doing well.
How's school?
School's cool. Yeah, it's kind of annoying doing everything online, but it's cool.
Yeah, getting back into workouts and stuff.
Not for sure. Yeah, we practicing and all that, getting ready for the season.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so we're gonna get started with high school.
Yeah.
Um, Graduated from Sagemont. Um,
Yeah.
were you really highly scouted coming out, or was there always some doubts about you?
Um, I say I was highly scouted. I wasn't like a McDonald's All American or a Jordan brand type of guy, but I was definitely highly scouted. Going into my junior year, that's when the offers started to pick up. And then going to my senior year, that's when I got my UConn for doing that summer. And as soon as I got the offer, I just knew I was going to go here. So, but yeah, I'll say I was highly scouted. I was like a 4-star throughout high school, pretty much.
Okay, okay. So my first question for you is: was there a specific moment or moments that you knew you could play at the next level, or did you have that feeling all along?
Um, I think I had that feeling all along. Just playing in the URBL with other like 5-stars and 4-stars, and I was holding my own. So in my mind, I'm thinking if I can hang with these guys, then I'm going to see them at the next level. So I can hold my own in college. So I think it really started playing at URBL and doing really good there. So I just figured like college is going to be harder, but I can hang for sure.
Okay. So do you feel like you got more exposure through high school or through your AAU circuit or UIBL circuit? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
through AAU by far. Through AAU by far. I mean, every game there's a whole bunch of college coaches front row, just every single game. So getting that exposure was huge. But I would say AAU for sure.
Any
High
big
school
names
did.
you played with?
I play with Kevin Knox. He plays for the New York Knicks right now. Emmett Williams. He went to LSU.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, of
in the
course.
draft. I played with other great players. Nick Honor. Played with Samir, high
Yeah.
school team. Louise, high school teammate. But yeah, I played with some pretty good players.
Okay. So my next question is, who's the hardest player you had to guard in high school and in college?
Oh, that's tough. High school. It's hard. It's hard to say high school because we played 2-3 zone throughout high school.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you know the deal. But I'll say it's probably Prince, just guarding him in practice throughout like my first 2 years of school. And in college, this guy named Tyler Cook. I think he's in the NBA right now. He went to Iowa. I played him my sophomore year at the Guardian. Man, he was tough. He was tough. Man, he could do everything.
Okay. So what do you think was the hardest transition from high school to the next level?
I think the hardest transition was just getting used to the physicality college and getting used to the scheduling of college, going from class to practice, in the study hall, and your whole day's full. So you don't really have time for yourself. But as far as playing, I would say the physicality and learning the plays. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's tough to balance all because it's like a bunch of new stuff that you're not really accustomed to. So it's hard to balance at first. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
did you know that you were gonna have an immediate impact coming in your freshman year, or did you think, hey, maybe this is gonna take a couple years to get settled in?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to start that first game my freshman year because we had Terry Larrier, in my position, and we had other guys in my position too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna come off the bench, probably play like 10 minutes, 8 minutes. But I started, I was really surprised, but no, I wasn't expecting that at all. I was shocked. I don't know. I guess I just did my thing in practice and stuck to it. Earned
Yeah,
opportunity.
for sure. Um, how was that transition from Coach Ali to Coach Hurley after your freshman year? I don't know if it was after your freshman year or in the middle of your freshman year. What was that like?
Um, it wasn't as tough as I thought it would be. Coach Hurley's a great coach, and so is KO. But I mean, it wasn't as tough. I think I had to get used to Coach Hurley's coaching style because he can be
Yeah,
tough. He reminds me of Coach Rowe, but Coach Rowe, I
yeah,
call Coach Rowe bit, but like 20 times tougher.
yeah.
No, I mean, he's tough, but he's a great coach.
Yeah, that's what's up. I know he's very an emotional coach. I see
Yeah.
highlights and he's yelling and all. Do you think that that has a good impact on your team? Like, does it bring the spirits up?
No, for sure. Like when you're in the game and you see him like wilding on the sideline, you're like, dang, like he has
Yeah,
a back. Like he's really here for us. So I mean, seeing that throughout the game, it really helps lift our spirits sometimes.
yeah. All right. So you have any specific pregame routine? I know some players they'll be like, oh, if I wear these shoes, I play better, or if I wear these socks, I'll play better. Anything specific?
No, not really. Um, no, not really. I mean, I listen to my music. Depends on my mood. I listen to whatever music. But really, I just pray before the game. Really, say a quick prayer and say my little Bible verse before the game, right before the tip off, and then that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I just rely on prayer. If I pray, then I just leave it to God's hands.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay. And obviously after you're having a great junior year and unfortunately it ended with a tough injury, tearing your ACL. What do you think was the hardest part of your recovery? Was it physically or mentally?
A little bit of both. Um, it was tough at first, just watching the team play. I couldn't be out there, especially because we were playing really well. We were starting winning some games, so it was tough watching. But physically, just trying to get back to my old self. Especially like I went home because of quarantine and COVID and all that, so I had to do rehab for when I go back home, March, April, May, June, for like 4 or 5 months by myself, do rehab and try to stay on top of it. So I think that was really tough. Toughest thing about coming back from the injury was doing the rehab by myself and just trying to stay on top of it, get myself back right.
All right, so it's the last question before we get reacting to some highlights. What's your advice to the younger generation who's trying to reach the same goal as you?
I would say, just work hard. I mean, you hear. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody hears the same thing: work hard, focus on your schoolwork. But it's the truth.
Yeah,
If you do those two things, you can make it far. But I would just say, just stay true to yourself. Keep God first, and just stay patient. I think that's a big thing. Don't compare yourself to others because everybody's life's different. One guy might be more successful now, but you can catch up later. So I mean, I would just say don't compare yourself to others. Just stay your lane, stay your course, and stick to God's timing, and you'll be all right.
that's dope. That's dope. All right, I lied. That wasn't the last question. My last question is what's the status after college? You gonna enter your name into the draft
Uh,
or you don't know?
that's the goal, man. That's the goal. Of course, that's my dream to enter the draft, into my name to the draft. But it's God's plan, God's timing. I might not enter the draft next year. It might be another 5 years, 3 years. I don't know, but might go overseas for a couple of years. But it's sticking to God's plan, and if I can enter my draft after these couple of months, then that'll be great. But just gonna stick to the plan, whatever his plan is.
For sure, for sure. All right, so we're gonna get into some highlights now. Got your junior year highlights. Give me 1 second. All right, so these are your junior season highlights. We're gonna react to all of them, but all of them aren't gonna make it into the final video. So
All right,
here's
cool.
Sacred Heart. And I watched these highlights a couple times, and I see you really got your rhythm going, like your shooting stroke, especially this year. Like, do you think that that's something that's gonna affect you coming off that injury?
Oh, I don't think so because I'm starting to get it back during practice. Um, First couple of practices it was tough, but as I'm coming along, I'm starting to get my rhythm back, starting to feel like my old self a little bit. So I think practice really helps, but the game's totally different. So
Yeah,
yeah,
of course, of course. Um, I'm gonna skip now to some highlights in the Garden. Tell me what that's like playing in the Garden. Obviously, a bunch of kids
hmm
has dreams of playing in the Garden. What was going through your head before the game?
man. I don't know. It sounds crazy, but I got used to playing at the Garden because I played there my freshman year, my sophomore year. So this year I was just like, oh, it's not just another game, but I've been here before, so it's not a big deal. But my freshman year, man, that's the scariest I ever been like to play a game. I was so scared before playing that game my freshman year at the Garden, but I got used to it. You get used to it.
That's what's up, man. So tell me what it was like your freshman year when you came in and you're playing against these big name guys who you pretty much grow up watching. What was that like when you know you got to go out and guard them and go at them?
Um, it was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It was kind of surreal, like just knowing that you one step closer like to achieving your dream, but it was also nerve wracking. I just didn't want to mess up my freshman year. That's all I was concerned about. I didn't care about scoring or whatever my
Yeah.
freshman year. I was just concerned about not messing up, trying to stay in the game. But it was crazy though. It was crazy.
Here, I think it was this game or against Iona, you hit a big three and you just see Coach Hurley just going crazy. I'm gonna try and find it. I think it's right here. It's like I think Iona called a timeout,
I
and
think
then
I think this
Coach
game.
Hurley just went crazy. Right here, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's love right there, man.
No, I remember that because I was playing like crap in the first half, and he was like telling me to pick my game up. So I came out the second half, hit like 4 threes in the second half, and he turned me up a little bit. So
That's what's up. Okay, so are there any games here that you've seen that have some type of backstory to it? Like, I don't know, anything specific or particular about any of these games that something crazy that happened, or I don't know, something unusual
like before the game or
before the game, during the game, after the game, anything.
I don't know. I can't think of anything, but the Florida game was a special game. Actually, yeah, the Florida game because the game before that we got punched by St. Joe's, a team we should have beat. He had a good game against us, but we bounced back against they're number 15. It says they're number 15 in the country at the
Yeah,
time, and we just
yeah,
came off
yeah.
a terrible loss. So people weren't expecting us to win this game, and we just played a great game and can't wait to win. But that was memorable. It was my first time my grandma came to see me play a game ever.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so because
It
she was so scared
what
of me throughout the year. So
this was your career high, right, at the time?
no, my career high is 2021, I think, or 22. I got it my sophomore year at Memphis. Now I was 1 point shy of it this year, the game before I got
Oh,
hurt. But
damn.
no, this is a great game though. Like this is a game I'll always remember for sure.
All right, so let's look at these highlights real quick. Always got that stroke on you, man. Always.
Facts. Gotta keep the burning on you for sure. Now this shot right here, I was kind of shocked I made it because I was off balance. Like,
That was tough. That was tough off one leg.
yeah, I
And
was on my KD type time.
you used to play against Terrence Mann, right? Or at least you knew about him, right? Because he came
I
out of where we're from, or at least around where we were from. I think he's from
yeah,
like I'm not sure where, but he's from Florida, correct?
Yeah, we actually played on the same AAU team. I mean, I think he was 2 years under me. So I was playing 17s, he was playing 15s, but I always knew about him. He always could shoot. But it's crazy how he became so good. Like he got bounced, like he started doing everything else. So no, he's really good. He's really talented.
All right, man. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you, man. It's all love over here. If you need anything, just hit my
Yes,
line.
sir.
Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. You family, man. Anything for the fam, for sure. You know the
All right,
vibes.
bro. I
All right,
appreciate
yo.
it. Have a good one, man. Stay
You
safe.
too. You too.
If you made it to this point of the video, you've had to have like something. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.